Hey guys, so welcome to another test route video. So we are obviously at Tottenham Driving Tests Center, and I believe the last one I did was 2023 for episode 1 and 2, and I have been doing wood grain lately, and that got me to think it was unfair not to have completed the Tottenham one. So that's why I have chosen to come out today to continue Tottenham while I also obviously finish up wood grain. So this is episode number 3, and it's a very sunny day, beautiful day. So just in case at some point if you lose me, as in lose the interior camera, which is the one showing me right now, then that is because the camera has overheated. So we're gonna have to do without seeing me at that point, but we will continue with the video and you will still be able to hear me, hopefully, if the microphone camera doesn't overheat as well, but hopefully the backup works. So anyways, today is what's today? Saturday the 10th of May 2025, and it's just gone past 18 minutes past 1 in the afternoon, and it's a very sunny day, so we're going to be expecting some traffic. So the route is about 6 miles and ETA is about 36 minutes, so it should take about 36 minutes for me to complete this. So keep in mind, treat this as a mini roundabout. I can't remember, but it used to be a better, clearer one until they did this sort of weird pedestrianized style system. But yeah, other than that, treat it as a mini roundabout. Okay, so drivers moving, keep waiting, just giving way. Thank you. So yep, we go through that. So we are going to be turning right at White Hart Lane traffic light, and that's going to be taking us towards the stadium. So that's interesting, beautiful. That's a good scene. At least we get to see the stadium, and we'll see how far that would take us. Is it going to take us towards the high road? Oh, all right, that's interesting. Now this is going to be a problem if we have this traffic as bad as it is right now, and it's very hot. So that is a very, very good and a quick recipe for the cameras to overheat very quickly, because there's not going to be wind flowing through and blowing the camera. Although, come to think of it, the windows are up as well, so I'd better put the fan a little bit high. So in case you're hearing the little bit of wind noise, that's because the air conditioning is high, just to try and keep the ambient in the car a little bit cool. But somehow I believe I know which camera is going to go off first. That's going to be the one on the dash, which is the one I've got the mic hooked up to. That's the one acting as the dash cam, and probably followed by this one. The ones on the roof are going to be fine because they're outside and there is constant wind and air flow. So this is White Hart Lane station right here. Something's disconnected. There we go. We literally just started and things are already going crazy. So if you have watched episode 1 and 2, I hope you found them useful. It's been a while. I think it's 2 years since I did that, so probably some things are going to be a little different because I have upgraded a lot of my equipment since then. So hopefully you should enjoy, or you should at least have a better viewing experience with this one, especially with the sunny day, and we're filming in HDR, so video quality is gonna be very nice. I'll probably fast forward this section during editing, so yeah, unless if I'm saying something interesting, then yeah, we can sit and have a chat. But if you've got any questions whatsoever, then you can leave that in the comment below. Now the problem I'm having now, as you can see on the sat-nav, is that the sat-nav is actually slow. I'm already on the high road, but the sat-nav is literally just coming onto the high road. So fingers crossed it doesn't crash eventually, because that happens sometimes. Oh yeah, we passed the stadium. I forgot to mention. Pretty sure you saw it. So remember, this is a built up area. The speed limit is 20, but at some point it might not even be safe to do 20. So make sure the speed you are doing, you know, represents, or what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word? Make sure the speed reflects, yeah, that's the word, reflects the situation on the road. So Lordship Lane, I know it's at this traffic light. Sat-nav isn't there yet. It's kind of slow, as I said, but yeah, it's coming up and it's catching up. So yeah, make sure that your speed reflects the situation on the road. Don't just be focused on the number and you're driving so fast at 20 and there's so many things going on, maybe pedestrian crossing in front of you, and you're not adjusting your speed to, you know, accommodate that situation. So make sure, keep that in mind. Always make sure that your speed is, you know, appropriate for the road and traffic condition at the time of your test. So here is a crossroad. Make sure if you've got a van in front of you like this, or a bus or a truck, anything that blocks your view from seeing what's coming up ahead, don't rush along with the car in front of you. Like in this situation, when this van is going through, I'm gonna stay back, cover that space, and until I can see, now I can see, I know it's clear as well for me, then I can go through. If you can't see, do not take that risk. Just take up the space the van had left from and look out for your own safe gap to go through. Now if you don't get one, don't forget, when that light goes to red, you can't just sit there. You've got to move on at that point when the light goes red. It might be obvious to you, but not so to some people, because I have seen it happen. Even one of my learners in Southeast London failed because of that. She's gone through that so many times during lessons, but for some reason, brain freeze during the test, nerves, anxiety, call it whatever you want to call it, she just waited there on the crossroad. So yeah, she got a serious fault for that, and that is why I tend to mention it. So I wouldn't call it the obvious, because of obvious reasons like I just mentioned. So make sure you are paying attention. So here's another traffic. So I'm supposed to be turning left onto Bruce Grove, and that's going to be the mini roundabout here. So again, SatNav is just catching up to get to Bruce Grove. Damn it. See, this is the problem doing test route videos during the summertime, or when the weather is nice and it's weekend as well. See, everywhere is choked up with traffic, Lord. Hadley Road. So the Radley Road. So I'm taking the next one is going to be Radley Road. So I'm having to read the roads ahead since the SatNav is misbehaving. Oh no, it's actually not. We're taking Elmos Road and then come out from Radley Road. Okay, so that'll be the second road on the right. Are you sleeping? Oh God. All right, so I can take my turn here coming into 20 zone, and then we're gonna turn right and then right again. So literally just come back onto Bruce Grove. I was really thinking if I wanted to do that, since there's traffic and it's just a quick turn into the side road. Okay, so Whiteley Road, turn right. There's a notary sign there, notary road sign there, so be very careful with this bend, especially if there's cars parked up there. Very, very careful there, look out for that. And then right again onto Radley Road. So again, make sure do an effective observation. And just to point out, turning into Radley Road from Whitley Road here, there is no one-way sign to maybe remind you that this road is a one-way. So it is very important to remember this, so that when you're turning right at the junction here, you are keeping to your right, because you can get a serious fault if you're not properly positioned when emerging from a one-way road. Thank you. That wasn't too bad. So I think that's the catch for that turn. The road is wide, so make sure when you're coming out of that one way, keep to your right if you're turning right and left if you're turning left. It is very easy to get a serious fault if you're not positioned properly on a one-way road, obviously when you're coming out the junction. Oh, the sat nav is really messy, God. Okay, so that's the 20 right there. Doop, 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 doop. I'm creating a backup quickly. And when you're turning right at the traffic light here, make sure you pay attention to that yellow box, because there's another traffic light just in front of McDonald's there. See right there. Be very careful so you don't end up stuck here. Okay, so I still have to continue. Okay, so be very careful with that traffic light. I mean with that yellow box, because of that traffic light. At least finally we're coming out of the traffic, making some progress. So as you can see, the road is really busy right now, so even if you could do 20, think twice about it. Ask yourself, is it safe for the traffic condition that you're dealing with? So we're going to be turning right ahead, and that's going to be, what's the road again called? Is it West Green Road or something? Let me see, can't remember. Phillip Lane. So we're going to be turning right to Phillip Lane at the traffic light ahead. So we do have 23 minutes to go. 23. There you go. So that is that about that. Now keep in mind, don't get carried away by the speed of the driver in front of you. Sometimes you can just forget yourself and then start keeping up with that driver's speed, and before you know it, you obviously get a serious fault for speed. I'm very happy. The cameras are still recording, so nothing's gone off yet, which is good. seriously, 44 miles per hour. Damn, guys, it's been a long time I haven't been on these roads. So don't forget, make sure you sweep around the zebra to see if there's any incoming pedestrian while you're waiting for the outgoing one. Oh, come on, kiddo. Okay, he's not crossing, so we can then go. Make sure if you've got someone that close to the zebra, wait until you're sure that they're not crossing before you go through. Don't be impatient and then you drive off while you are still not sure if that person is going to be crossing or not. Don't assume they're not going to be crossing. Always assume they are crossing. Be on a safer side. You know. So we're turning right onto Downhill's Road. Downhill. So that's going to be at the mini roundabout, is it not? Yep. Look at that bicycle on the road. Okay. Now, pardon me, it's really difficult doing this with the sat nav the way it is at the moment. So let me just stop. There's no one at the moment. And allow the sat nav to wake up. So am I turning right here? Yes. See? Luckily there is no car behind me, so I could stop and just allow the sat nav catch up. But don't worry, you won't have this problem on your test. The examiner is going to be using a TomTom, which is much better. And if there was any problem of such, then the examiner would direct you anyway. So nothing for you to worry about. But at least I hope you are at least seeing what the road looks like. Maybe you're picking up some of the things you need to keep in mind, you know, like those bends and the narrow roads. And use a typical traffic condition. So here we have to follow the road left here. It is not straight, so follow the bend. And then we continue straight. And then we turn right where we literally came back from. I look like a Google vehicle with the cameras on the roof, and it does attract a lot of attention. Okay, it's clear and I can go. Now at that point, you know, even if you can't see, you have to sort of go at that point because you are now committed and you're now blocking the road. Okay, I'm gonna turn right. So we've got mini roundabout ahead, and at the mini roundabout we are turning right, second exit. So don't forget. Seriously? he was coming like he wasn't going to stop. So definitely had to use the horn there. And then there's another mini roundabout, which we are going straight. Second exit this time around again. But second exit this time is straight. Second exit earlier on was right. So this is just to remind you, don't always assume that second exit is always going to be straight ahead. So far, to be honest, I haven't seen anything tricky on this route. Has there been any? Not really. Just that bend on Donny's Road there. So I am positioning a bit to my left here because of the parked cars here. So these are things to keep in mind. Though you're turning right, but if we position if we position too far to the right, now eventually vehicles coming straight won't be able to pass. And if they can't pass, you can't turn. So these are little things to keep in mind with your positioning. So I'll get to the middle before I adjust myself. So as you can see right there, see those cars turning through, see the white van, and it's difficult because of this motorbike. So as you can see, if you were positioned far to your right there, it would actually affect the traffic flow. So keep that in mind. So this is one of those tricky bits that if you're not familiar with the road, you might just make that mistake. And then we can then push back to the middle here so that vehicles continuing straight have room to go through. Okay, and then now we can turn right. So that is that. So I think that's something to keep in mind. That's one particular road I would pay a little bit of attention to during your test. So keep that in mind. So we've done 36 minutes and we have 12 minutes to go, and all the cameras inside are still recording, so that's thumbs up. That's very good. What is he doing? So remember at zebra crossings, especially when you've got traffic on the opposite direction, the traffic at the zebra crossing might block you from seeing pedestrians. So slow down so you have time to react. Prepare to stop and only go across once you are sure it is clear. Don't rush through it like if you can see the road is clear. So at the mini roundabout ahead, we're going to be continuing straight. and that's going to be for the second exit. Sandringham Road. Oof, that hump is nasty. That is harsh. Those are beautiful flats. I like them. Oh, the houses. I think they're houses. Semi-detached. And these are terrace houses. So we are continuing straight at the traffic light. So positioning. Stay in the middle lane. Because I can't see if the left lane is going straight as well. Okay, left lane is going straight as well. So merge into the left here to continue straight. So that's it. But if you ended up in the middle lane, that's also okay. Just remember, if it's safe, come back to the left lane after the traffic light. You don't want to sit in that middle lane, and then when you pass the light, it becomes the right lane, and then you're sitting in the right lane and people are then undertaking you. Now, even if it's 3 lanes, if you remain in the middle lane, same thing, people will still be undertaking you if they're passing you in that left lane, and that's not going to be good. So make sure change to the left lane when it is safe and if it's safe. Okay, quick glance on your mirrors before moving off. Now, watch out for drivers like that. Now, there is a situation you have to keep in mind. Because the middle lane and the right lane are both going straight as well, so with the left lane, that means that the drivers in the middle lane might be scrambling for lane, trying to come either into the left lane or going into the right lane as you cross that light. So you've got to anticipate that situation, be aware of the driver in the middle lane coming into your lane so that you can prepare and react accordingly, reduce speed if you have to deal with the situation. So yeah, keep that in mind. And instead of taking the next road on the left here to Cutman Road, I made a mistake. I missed that road and went straight and followed the road to the traffic light and took the bend with the round way. So what I decided to do was do this particular section again after I had completed the entire route for the day. So we're going to switch to that now. And at the end of the road here, we join back the round way, and then we're turning right at the traffic light to get back to the test center. So we'll be switching back to the original video after joining the road. And here on the left is the road we just came out from, so I thought I'd show you that so you see where we joined the road again. And as you approach the road on the left here, please make sure you signal left, especially if there are pedestrians at that junction. Otherwise, they would assume you're going around with the road. They wouldn't know you're entering this road here. Remember, this is a separate road, even though it is pointing straight ahead of you. Signal left to let people know you're making that transition into that new road. So yeah, that's the end of this test route. I hope you find it useful. If you do, please remember, like the video, share, leave a comment below if you've got any questions or suggestions. And if you haven't done that yet, please remember, subscribe to the channel. That would really support the channel and it would help the continuation of what I do. So see you in the next video. Remember, you've got wood grain test route as well if you want to consider wood grain, and other test centers around as well, including those in East London and Southeast London. So I'll see you in the next video. One love, stay blessed, stay safe on the road. Peace, and I'm out.